Leviticus, Numbers, the third and fourth books of the Bible, and also two books written by Moses. Leviticus means about the Levites, which basically meant that it's a book about what Israel's priests had to do. Numbers is called that because of the censuses, the population counts, that the Israelites did during the duration of the narrative. We're going to look at these books together today in the interest of time. Together, they show us how to live as God's holy people and how to grow in our faith. So, how does Leviticus break down? Well, it talks about a few things. It talks about sacrifices and holiness, and about how to be holy priests to serve a holy God. It talks about rituals to maintain cleanness, festivals and rituals for forgiveness of sins, and what holy days should be observed. Basically, you can think of Leviticus as a handbook for the priests of Israel. In 1-7, it talks about offerings to give to God. In 16, it describes the Day of Atonement, the forgiveness of sins. And then, in 23, it describes the festivals that the Israelites were to celebrate. Numbers, by contrast, is a narrative, a story. It's a historical narrative, meaning that it's true. It opens with Israel preparing to move out from their camp at Sinai, the place where they got the Ten Commandments. It documents how they took a census and counted the population. They journey through the wilderness for a while, then send spies to the land God promised them. The spies determine it's too dangerous, so they refuse to go. So God punishes them by making them trudge around in the wilderness until God says they can go back into the promised land. With a new generation, a new population count happened, and with a few closing details about their continued wilderness wandering, that's the end of the book. So together, these books give us a picture of what it looks like to be holy and have faith. Namely, listening to what God has to say, even when it seems very scary and difficult. Both of these books have an emphasis on the agreement God made and what He expects us to do. But for now, the most important takeaway here is this. Living in faith, in holiness, means we listen to God, no matter what.